Welcome to Increase, where it is my task to increase, illustrate, and inundate you with information, knowledge, and overall help cause you to think. And I'm your host, Alpheus Gibbs Sr. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Increase. I am your host, Alpheus Gibbs, and we are here just to celebrate and to enjoy the day. It's Friday. I know you guys are preparing for the weekend. I just want to hit you guys with a quick little encouragement, if I could say that. Today, my family and I, we went walking, and we did about close to 2 miles. But as we've been walking, especially all this week, something amazing happened. And I'll share this with you. And it's just to encourage, I don't know who this for, but I just want to encourage you with this. You got to run your race. I know the topic or the title of this is Did You Finish? But I want to lead with this first. And that is, you got to run your race. My wife, as she was just walking, she seemed like she was just leaving me. As she was just walking, she'll do a little bit of running. She will walk. And I was just at my own pace. And in the beginning, it kind of frustrated me because I was like, we're supposed to be walking together and, so on and so forth. I had my phone was playing music. So I'm like, we were going to walk together. But there came a time when she, wanted to achieve more. So she, started challenging herself by running a little bit, then walking, then running. And so before long, the Lord kind of challenged me on something. He said, you're doing all this focusing on her race and her walking and her path, but have you focused on yours? Because while you're focused on her, you slowed down and didn't even realize it. And so the moment I began to take my eyes off of what she was doing and really begin to focus on myself, focus on my breathing, my technique, and begin to walk, I look up and I'm really close to her. And then I go, well, if she could do it, why can't I? And so then I began to challenge myself in running and walking. And before long, I realized that I was able to achieve more because I focused on the path that I'm on. And so many of you who are watching this, who will watch this, you're going to watch this and you're going to be like, well, yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing, whatever. But are you really, really walking in your purpose? Are you really, really working to your potential, or are you doing just enough to get by? Sometimes we think that we're doing such a great job when in actuality we're doing just enough to fly under the radar. And the truth of the matter is that when you're not wholeheartedly into a project or into what you're doing, you'll find yourself being more critical of the things around you because you have time to focus on that kind of stuff. If you would truly focus on the work that you were doing, you would, in essence, pay more attention to what you're doing more so than the distractions around you. By no stretch of the imagination, we have enough distractions that will keep us busy and occupied for days, weeks, and months to come. But those who truly want to achieve a thing, those who truly want to find themselves doing the extraordinary, will put themselves in a place and in a position wherein they focus their attention and their abilities on achieving their goal. And so the topic, it says, did you finish? It's because oftentimes on a race, we start out very strong. We're accomplishing goals left and right. We're making connections and friendships. We're doing seem like impossible feats, but it's only just the beginning. But somewhere between doing that and really getting into the thick or the mundaneness of the task, we begin to slow down. And in essence, sometimes we even stop. And I don't know who this is for, who's going to watch this, but you stop and didn't even realize it because you start helping everyone else with doing their purpose. You're starting to slow down and you've gotten even cynical about your life and things that's going on around you. And I want to encourage you to go back and finish, because even though you've helped so many along the way, you still have a race that you have to run. You still have a purpose that you must fulfill here in the earth, here right now in the time and the space that you have. And so sometimes we get caught up in the social media presentations and marketing schemes where everything has to look perfect, everything has to sound perfect. You have to be in the perfect location and you have to present yourself as best as possible, and sometimes embellish a lot of things to seem like to win over an audience. But the truth of the matter is that you really need to be authentic more so to yourself than to anyone else. Stand in your truth and where you are, but continue to strive for excellence and continue to push toward being better each and every day. By no means am I telling you that every day is going to be perfect, or even the fact that you're always going to feel like doing what it is that your purpose is for you to do. But what I will say is this, is that people who finish are the people who looked at the process, enjoyed the process, and continued throughout the process no matter what. And those who don't finish were so busy caught up in the noise of the people around them that they never even got to the potential, the true potential that's inside of them. You have so much inside of you to not only to give, but also to receive. Of course, we've all gone through various things that has caused us to feel certain types of way. But I want to share with you that in the midst of all that you have gone through, in the midst of all of the relationships that you've had, in the midst of everything that is gone out before you, the truth, the real truth of the matter is that all of it was for your development and for you to achieve an even higher goal. And if you yourself continue in the path that you're on, that eventually, surely, not only will you finish, but you would have encouraged others that have found themselves stuck or found themselves frozen. But because of your tenacity, because of your endurance, because of your determination and your discipline, that they'll find themselves doing it, going farther, going harder than anybody else or anything that they could have ever imagined. And I want to say to you and encourage you that this episode of Increase is an encouragement because Friday is the day where people begin to ease up off the gas. They begin to celebrate the fact that they survived another week. They begin to think about how much they're going to try to relax or party or go in somewhere. But the end of the matter is that once you start doing those things, you still feel bad because you know that you got to come back and you got to now work twice as hard because all the money that you spent and all the time that you wasted should have been going towards something that would have produced an even greater reward. You see yourself financially free. You see yourself owning a home. You see your family uh, being stronger and tighter together. You see yourself owning the business. You see yourself going back to school and finishing and walking across the stage with your degree. You see all of those things. But the part that your vision doesn't show you is the work that is going to require you to get to that place. And so I want to ask you the question, not how well did you start, not if you're even running your own race, but have you finished? Did you finish? Do you even have a mind to finish? That's the real name of the game. You want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward and that you're moving at a pace that is congruent to who you are as an individual. You can't run anybody else's race. Sometimes we want to run alongside someone to be a companion or a friendship or a partnership. But the truth of the matter is that actually everyone is at different speeds. But as long as you reach your goal, that's all that truly matters. As long as you finish your race, that's all that matters. So today, take that time, look at your path, look at what you have in front of you, and begin to think of ways and begin to implement things so that you can finish your race, finish your course. Because at the end of it all, no matter how many people you help, people are going to ask you, did you get a chance to do what you wanted to do? And chances are you're going to look back and begin to regret so much time, not that was wasted, but time that was divided that you can't get back. So I want to share that with you. I want to encourage you with that, um, to finish, not just start strong, not try to assemble some super team or the Justice League, but really and truly finish what you start. Because once you do that, once you get yourself into that place, you'll feel so much better, but you'll begin to see that you were able to help more people because you worked in your purpose. This is Increase. I am your host, Alpheus Gibbs, and you guys have an amazing week. See ya.